The Bible contains a verse so dangerous, so exposing, that hell has spent centuries trying to bury it. A verse that unmasks the enemy, reveals his strategy, and exposes every lie he has ever whispered. It is not hidden in the Old Testament. It is not buried in prophecy. It stands in the open, spoken by Jesus himself. And if this verse ever sinks into your heart, the devil loses one of his greatest weapons against you. Today we read it. Jesus looked at the religious leaders of his day, men who looked holy, spoke holy, and acted holy, and said words that shook the spiritual world. You are of your father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desires. Hell hates this verse because it strips away every mask. It reveals a truth most people refuse to face, that every human being is shaped, influenced, and discipled by someone, either by the father of lights or the father of lies. Neutrality does not exist. You are ruled by truth or by deception. There is no middle kingdom. Jesus continued with a diagnosis that cuts through centuries of excuses. He was a murderer from the beginning. He does not stand in the truth, for there is no truth in him. The devil never debates truth. He erodes it, he bends it, he twists it. He does not destroy faith explosively, he dismantles it slowly, not through violence, but through suggestion, not through terror, but through influence. Hell's greatest strategy is simple. Make you feel more than you believe. Make you want more than you obey. Make you trust yourself more than you trust God. Because the moment your feelings become your doctrine, your desires become your theology, you become your own false God, and a false God cannot save itself. Notice the brilliance of the serpent. He no longer says, God is a lie. He simply whispers, are you sure God really said? He attacks not the promise, but your confidence in it, not your faith, but your certainty, not the word, but your trust in the word. And Jesus warns us that whenever truth becomes optional, Satan becomes your teacher. Whenever obedience becomes negotiable, the serpent becomes your counselor. Whenever scripture becomes secondary, your spiritual father is no longer God. You resemble the one you listen to. But Jesus does not expose you to shame you. He exposes you to free you. Because in the same conversation, he gives the antidote. If the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. Free from deception, free from self-made truths, free from the serpent's seduction, free from the voice that has whispered in humanity's ears since Eden. Freedom is not the absence of influence. Freedom is choosing the right voice. The world says, follow your heart. Jesus says, follow me. The world says, live by your truth. Jesus says, I am the truth. The world says, define yourself. Jesus says, deny yourself. Two fathers, two voices, two destinies, and only one leads to life. Hell's nightmare is not that you sin or struggle or fail. Hell's nightmare is that your eyes open. Because the moment you recognize the lie loses its power. The moment you recognize the voice loses its influence. The moment you recognize the Father behind the whisper, you break the inheritance of deception that ruled you. Spiritual warfare is not first a battle of angels, it is a battle of allegiance. Who shapes your thoughts? Who forms your desires? Who guides your choices? Your spiritual father is revealed by your spiritual appetite. So here is the verse hell hopes you never read again. You are of your father, the devil. Not because Jesus hates you, but because he loves you enough to tell you the truth. A truth that wakes you up, a truth that cuts chains, a truth that exposes deception, a truth that gives you the power to choose your father. You do not escape darkness by fighting it. You escape darkness by following the one who is light. And when you walk with him, lies lose their oxygen, temptations lose their pull, the serpent loses his voice, and hell loses its claim. Because the moment you know the truth does not just set you free, it changes who your Father is. Hell hides the truth, Jesus reveals it, and once you see it, you can never be ruled the same way again. A world built on lies collapses, but one built on truth endures forever.